By the way, by the way, I'm heir to the throne. That's how I would do it. To be like, no, I understand, because I am that person that's like, I don't know how to tell this. It's been slightly too long, so let's just pretend it didn't happen. So I understand that, but, I guess I can understand that.
I... I should have told you, anyway. It was important for you to know. I guess part of me likes you not knowing.
It, again, this is something that makes more sense for her since she's a noble, so she'll have more respect probably for a family line, like family lineage, and like, oh, you're technically heir to the throne. Although it's kind of interesting that they would, the fact that even if he's a bastard, they would still consider him an heir. I like that. I like that. I'd rather go, okay, I have no more sons left, except for I have all these bastard sons. Let's make this random person all the way over there that's kind of related to me. It's like, no, just train. You have these bastards. Train them to be king, just in case. And then maybe kill them when they are not. But, I don't know. It's a problem for later. uh, why? What happened when people find out?
They treat me differently. I become the bastard prince to them, instead of just Alistair. I know that
Understandable.
must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, but I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
Uh, no, that doesn't sound stupid at all.
For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. I guess I should be thankful that Al Eamon is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's alright. Oh, I hope he's alright. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I guess I was just hoping that you would like me for who I am. It was a dumb thing to do.
Uh, I do like you, and not because of your blood.
Oh, I... Oh. You see, I didn't know that. I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
Oh, Alistair P.
Look, before we go any further, I want to say something. I appreciate that you brought me to see my sister, and that you... well, that you were there to talk me down after we left. You're a true friend. I just wanted to tell you that.
We're in this together, Alistair.
That we are. I have your back. You know that, right? Well, now that that's out of the way, at your service.
I have some questions.
Of course.
And my headset keeps doing a thing where it's like, I'm just gonna take away all sound for a little bit. So it's like, I can see voices, but I can't do anything about it. Um... okay, what was it like to be a Grey Warden with all the others?
I didn't know them for very long. But I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family, since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
Weren't there any women? I am wondering that too, but... do I... No, let's just go. No, I like to hear about them.
There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfels. What was his name? Gregor... He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
Just one of the boys to see. Sounds like you had a lot of fun.
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... anyhow. It doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly... until...
Let's not be rude about this. I'm sorry, this must be hard for you.
Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all. There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
You have your memories of him.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all. Well, there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go.
Is that it?
I'm wondering something.
Hmm?
I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions. Do you mind if I ask?
Go ahead. I don't mind.
What about Sten? The way he looks at me with those eyes. Creepy. And he's so quiet for someone so big.
He's dedicated, I'll give him that.
Yet he doesn't seem quite so bad as the Chantry tells us. According to them, his philosophy is vile and evil. Yet he seems so reasonable. And yet, he killed all those people. He doesn't even deny it. Doesn't that bother you?
He does seem to regret a little bit. So he seems to regret what he did.
I'm not so sure that his regret means the same as it would for us. The Kunari sense of honor is a bit hard to grasp. For me, anyway. What about Liliana? Is she crazy? Or do you really believe in her vision?
It could be true. Who's to say it isn't?
Maybe you're right. It's not as if she could have known that we needed help so desperately after all. Yet, there she was. I don't know what to make of her. If you look at her when she doesn't see you, she just looks so sad. I almost feel guilty taking her away from her life.
It was her choice.
Yes, I know. Still, I feel badly for her. Morrigan, do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for some other reason than she said.
You really don't like each other, do you?
Well, aside from the fact that she's a complete and utter bitch, no, I don't like her at all. Why, do you?
I like Morgan. In the sense that, cause she's a bitch, and it's like fun. It's fun to have a bitch who isn't just trying to ruin everyone's life. She's just the grumpy cat in the corner. I like her just fine.
Great. I am thrilled beyond words. Now, really.
I'll get along.
Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we?
What, don't give a care about Win?
At your service.
I have some questions.
Of course.
Nope, we're done. Okay. Skill? Oh, right. Right, he gets skills the more this. Yay. Whee, spinning. At least my dog loves me. Okay, that's gonna annoy me. There we go. Why is my boobs look green? Anyways. Liliana.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
This is my hair. It's just hair, and I don't believe you have my hair? Thank you.
It's very nice, and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. 1 year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Oh, dear maker. Yep.
Yes, You can imagine what she looked like by the end of the evening. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
Uh, I actually do like the way you ramble.
You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
You often enjoy the company of other women. Let's talk about hair some more. You're a treasured friend, Liliana.
Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way.
I just laugh at that, like, oh, do you usually find company? Because it just seemed very random in a conversation.
Something I can help with?
I talked to you something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Do. This could go on for ages. Why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
What was Cecile like?
She was an elderly lady, very refined and proper. She had impeccable manners and taste, more so than a lot of Orlesian ladies. Cecily was also kind. My mother was unmarried and with child. It was scandalous, and Cecily had every right to turn my mother out. She didn't. Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andrastis Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Do I have... that's not what I meant to press. What do I have? Oh, that's Morgan. Let's go give that to Morgan while I'm thinking of it.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Major's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
What do you hope to find within it?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Yay! Oh, okay. I'll go talk to Morgan after all this. That's not what I meant to be looking through. Rose of Harley. That is probably Liliana, but I'll look it up later. That's either Liliana or Alistair. Okay, I don't have what I thought I would have. But yeah.
Something I can help with?
I clicked this once and that was like the most awkward thing ever.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Valroyaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Valroyaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Valroyaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
That room is just as magnificent. It sounds wonderful.
Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
What sort of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Ooh, I love shoes. Why are you so, like, must prove worth of Denerim? What's so special with the shoes?
Well, they're shoes. They're pretty. Some of them anyway. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
You've lost me. That must have costed a lot of gold.
Yes, well, a fair amount. It is so frivolous and wasteful, I know, but I have such a weakness for lovely shoes. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
And I don't really want to talk about shoes all day.
Something I can help with?
I don't.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Heard that in Orlais, minstrels are often spies.
Where did you hear this?
Someone told me this a long time ago.
And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards.
What's the difference?
Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably, but to do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
What sort of services does a bard offer?
What do you think? They infiltrate, steal, sometimes assassinate? It depends on the bard. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
Except for I'm sure a lot are affected by it. You seem to know quite a bit about these bards.
And I should, shouldn't I, after having spent most of my adult life as one? You've guessed as much, I'm sure. But does it really matter what I was? What's past is past.
It does sound kind of exciting, but it also sounds stressful. But why were you living cloistered sister? Why were you living cloistered sister in rural Ferelden?
I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
That's it?
Something I can help with?
One sec. Because I can learn how to be a bard. But that's what I wanted. No? It's not what I wanted? Duelist. Okay. What do I usually do? I don't remember what the second one I usually do is. I know I always get duelist immediately. Do I want to be a bard? No, because bard was being too sneaky for me. I wasn't an assassin, I don't think. It's another one, but I don't remember what it's called right now.
Something I can help with?
But you can't teach me to be a bard.
There's an idea. I've watched you, and I do think you'd find some of my skills quite easy to pick up. Let's just go over there, away from the others, for safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
Yay!
Something I can help
I
with?
can't remember. I think it's something to do with animals, but I don't remember what it's called right now. I think it was. I talked to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Oh, okay. So, but we haven't talked to Win at all, so.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
No, you're a person. I didn't realize I was 10 now. There's still some life in those old bones, I bet.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
Hey, don't say those things to be sending you. You're not allowed to be done quite yet. I'm sure you'll be kicking around for 4 years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't